This is Miss Steele's Precalculus class, Section 7.3, Part 2. For example 4, it asks us to simplify the expression by using either a double angle or a half angle formula. So number 1 is 2 times sine of 37 degrees times cosine of 37 degrees. So what we're going to use is sine of 2x, the double angle formula for sine, with x equaling 37 degrees. So we have sine of 2x equals sine of 2 times 37 degrees, just equals sine of 74 degrees, which after typing this into your calculator, you should get an answer of 0.96126. Number 2, sine of 20 degrees divided by 1 plus cosine of 20 degrees, which is a half angle formula for tangent. So tangent of x over 2 with x equaling 20 degrees. So we're going to have tangent of x over 2, which equals tangent of 20 over 2, which 20 over 2 reduces to 10 degrees. So we have tangent of 10 degrees, which after typing this into your calculator, you should get an answer of 0.17633. The last type of formulas that we will be learning today are the lowering powers formulas. And these are used when we have either sine squared, cosine squared, or tangent squared. We just don't know what to do with them if the Pythagorean identities aren't working, or if they aren't helping us simplify. So we have sine squared of x, we have cosine squared of x, and we have tangent squared of x. For example 5, it asks us to rewrite the expressions in terms of first power of cosine by using the lowering powers formulas. So number 1, we have cosine to the fourth power of x, which we know can be broken down into cosine squared of x times cosine squared of x. Now just substituting in the formulas for cosine squared of x, we are left with 1 plus cosine of 2x divided by 2 times 1 plus cosine of 2x divided by 2. If we were to just multiply this out, noticing our numerators will have to get FOILed, we are left with 1 plus 2 cosine of 2x plus cosine squared of 2x in the numerator, and in the denominator we are left with 4. Notice that we have a cosine squared of 2x. This tells us that we will need to use the lowering powers formula once again. So substituting in that formula, we have 1 plus 2 cosine of 2x plus 1 plus cosine, instead of having cosine of 2x, since we already have a cosine squared of 2x, this becomes 1 plus cosine of 4x. And this is all divided by 2 still. And then our denominator is still 2. Or I'm sorry, our denominator is still 4. So now simplifying this out a little bit, we have 1/4 plus 2 cosine of 2x all over 4, plus we have 1/2 over 4, plus cosine of 4x over 2, all divided by 4. So 1/4 plus 2 cosine of 2x divided by 4. The 2 and the 4 can reduce to 1/2. So we have cosine of 2x divided by 2. 1/2 divided by 4 is the same thing as 1/8. And then if we have cosine of 4x divided by 2, all divided by 4, then it's the same thing as cosine of 4x divided by 8. Now just combining like terms, if we take 1/4 plus 1/8. We are left with 3/8. And then we have cosine of 2x divided by 2 plus cosine of 4x divided by 8. Cosine of 2x and cosine of 4x will never be able to be combined just because of the 2 and the 4, because they are not the same value. So this is our final answer. 3/8 plus cosine of 2x over 2 plus cosine of 4x over 8. That's as simple as we can get it. So for section 7.3, the bookwork that we'll be working on is on page 548. It's numbers 1 through 9 odd. Then we also have 15 through 31 odd as well.